A man has been standing in the middle of our street for the past 4 days. We can't leave our homes. I awoke to the faint sound of sobbing in the distance. At first my tired mind associated the sound with one of our kids, with my mind barely lingering on the edge of consciousness. But the longer I lay there, the more I started to realize just how off it sounded. The sobs were too dark, akin to those of a grown man, and they were coming from outside our home. "Can you check on the kids, please?" My wife mumbled where she lay next to me, still partially asleep. "It's not the kids," I whispered back, more annoyed than anything. Upon peeking out the window, I quickly confirmed my suspicions. As I thought, there was a man standing in the middle of the street, just sobbing. Even though the ancient street lights outside barely illuminated him, something was clearly wrong about his presence. He stood perfectly still as he sobbed, not even appearing to breathe as he let out the broken calls that shattered the silence of night. Across the street I could see some of my neighbors' lights turn on, as more had clearly been awoken by the sounds of distress. "Shut up, will ya?" a man screamed from down the street, but he received no response. Though my first instinct was to check if he needed help, something about his appearance locked me in place, frozen from fear and leaving me unable to logically plan out my next move. He was tall, with only a few strands of gray hair emerging from his otherwise bald head. He was facing me, but due to the poor lighting conditions I couldn't get a clear look at his face. About half an hour had passed before I realized I hadn't moved an inch. I had been transfixed, and only broke free once my wife properly woke up to ask what I was doing. I don't know," I stuttered. "There's a man standing on the street. I think he needs help." Joanna joined my side at the window. Even in the dark I could tell her face had turned completely pale by the mere sight of the man. "What's wrong?" I asked. "CA, call the police, don't go outside," she said with a shaky voice. "Why? What did you see?" I don't know, just don't go outside, please," she begged. I grabbed her hand and gently pulled her away from the window. Something about the man had put us both into an undeniable state of panic, but apart from his unsettling look, there wasn't an explainable reason for the fear we felt. "Joanna, go check on the kids. I'll call the police, all right?" I half-ordered, half-asked. She nodded, and basically jogged down the hallway towards our kids' room. As I dialed 911, I wondered what I could possibly say to convey the threat of a seemingly harmless man, just standing there and crying. Still, left without any other options, I turned to the police. 911, what's your emergency?" a woman asked on the other end. "Hey, sorry. My name is Zach Larson. There's a man standing in the middle of the street just crying loudly. I don't know if he's drunk or what, but he's scaring the kids." I can't really say it's an emergency, but something is definitely wrong with the man," I explained. "All right, sir, we'll send a patrol car to check it out. Could you confirm your address, please?" she asked. I confirmed my details and the conversation ended. Due to the quiet night, they estimated that a patrol car would swing by in just under 10 minutes.